saying that his wealth was only for the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as well as his soul and self. This comes as no surprise, for the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has more right on the believers than themselves. He, may Allah be pleased with him, spent his wealth in the cause of Allah, and he consoled the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam through his own self. So the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recognized that for him and said, in order to build his stature and to remind the ummah of his virtues, no one's wealth helped me as much as the wealth of Abu Bakr helped me. Among the benefits of this narration, it is important to keep good manners and humbleness in the presence of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Thanking someone who has bestowed some favor on you, as well as supplicating for them, is part of having good manners. Reported by Al-Bukhari, reported by Al-Tirmidhi and Ibn Majah. Albani ruled it authentic in his book Sahih al-Jami', the explanation of As-Sindi on the book of Ibn Majah, and At-Taysir بشرح al-Jami' al-Saghir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome back. We have Afzan from India.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
So my question is, if a person accidentally smiled on a person who is playing with their cat and he told his cat to pray Salah and he take the arms of the cat and hold them like we do in Salah, so is he a kafir?
No, he's not. Dawood from the Philippines. Dawood from the Philippines. Sumaya from the UK. Fatima from the Emirates. Musa from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
You are? Wa alaikum assalam.
Sheikh, so
Who are you? What's your name?
Musa from Pakistan.
Yes, Musa. Oceans, trees, rocks, and the likes is fine, because there is no life in it. While drawing animals, human beings, insects, and fish, and the likes, or creating images that is haram. And they said that if the image has facial features, such as an eye, a nose, or a mouth, that this makes it alive. But if it has no facial features, none whatsoever, it has no life in it. So this should be the criteria you judge whether it's a small drawing you put at the corner of the page or a big drawing. If it has life in it, if it has facial features, eyes, nose, and mouth, then this is prohibited. Ahmed from Palestine.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So, Sheikh, I heard that there's difference in opinion about praying and installing land.
In praying and what?
Praying and installing land. Installing that praying.
Okay.
But I live in colonized country. For example, when I pray in the university or...
I understand your question. The most authentic opinion, as Ahmed correctly stated, this is known as as-salat ala al-ard al-maghsubah, the ruling on praying on a land that was stolen. And as we know, Palestine is all stolen by the conquerors and by the invaders. And by doing so, they've stripped the Muslims from their God-given rights, from their own land. They kicked them out of their homes and of their lands, stripped them from their rights of their farms, and built their settlements unjustly under the watchful eyes of the whole world, who is congratulating and celebrating such actions, though they claim that they're not. They are rewarding the invaders by financial aids, by weaponry, by political support, because they don't want them to go back to where they came from originally, from Europe and the US. So they're fine with them stealing other people's rights and moving there. Now, is the Islamic difference of opinion valid, as Ahmed said, which means that can I pray on such campuses if I'm studying in a university in one of these colonies? Because we know that it is not theirs and they stole the land. It is an issue of dispute, and the most authentic opinion is that these are two separate things. And your prayer is valid, but the sin is still on them, and Allah knows best. Muhammad from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So the last time you said that the Hanafi Muslim will not be held accountable because nobody was there to tell him that it is shirk. But what if he knows about you, because you're quite popular in Pakistan and India? So what if he
I have no idea what you're talking about.
so what if he knows that you say that something is shirk?
What
and-
is the shirk that was stated? Saying I'm a Hanafi Muslim?
Sorry?
What is wrong in saying I'm a Hanafi Muslim?
No, nothing wrong with saying Hanafi Muslim. I'm saying that if he knows that you say something is shirk, and the Hanafi Muftis say that it is a shirk if the words of kufr are used, otherwise it is only a sin, and some Hanafi Mufti said it is permissible. He decided to follow the Hanafi Mufti who said that it is permissible, and before his death he was getting treatment from jinn. Will he be held accountable on the Day of Judgment?
Inshallah, he has to wait till the Day of Judgment and he will know, because the question is not clear to me at all. Sad man from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, I know that photoshopping is haram, but Sheikh,
What is
cropping out
what is
photos
haram?
also considered
What is haram?
photoshopping.
Okay.
My question is that if I, like for example, crop out a photo, I need to take a screenshot of something, and in that screenshot there are some parts of a man's body. So I crop out the part I need, and usually that is of some writing or any object. And in that cropped version of the photo, there are some body parts of that individual visible, or some of his shadow, but not his full body. So is it considered photoshopping?
First of all, photoshopping is not haram. I've never said that photoshopping is haram, except if you are changing the features or the creation of Allah Azza wa Jal. So someone who comes and photoshops my picture, removes my pimples, my wrinkles, dyes my hair into black, makes me younger, makes me a different person or a more handsome person. That is haram, because he's changing the creation of Allah. But if you Photoshop a colored image of me and make it black and white, no problem. If you change the lighting, make it dark or a little bit lighter, brighter, no problem. If you remove, and this is what we do in my YouTube channel, so many of my lectures, sometimes the cameraman or the director takes the photo of women. So my admins, jazahumullahu khairan, they blur the images so that to the best of their ability, so that you don't see haram images. That is permissible because it is not changing the creation of Allah, rather it is doing something good, and Allah knows best. Ahmed from Sri Lanka.
How to take quick ghusl?
Stand under the shower, rinse your mouth and nose, and ensure that all the water has reached your body with the intention prior to that. Ziyad from Bangladesh. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, first of all, I will say that, okay, let me just ask my question. So in political campaigns in our country, I will not name any parties, but a lot of parties, they are saying a lot of kufr stuff, and they're influencing the masjid. Like they are telling to say certain stuff to the imam and other stuff. And also, the head of these political parties are saying stuff which are absolute kufr, like Sharia, we don't want Sharia. What is Sharia? Or saying stuff like, they are saying they will run the country on Quran.
So what is the question, Ya Ahmed, Ya Ziyad?
In this situation, what should we do, and should we vote or not?
Okay, first of all, it is totally haram to participate in voting for someone who says kufr statements such as, we will not use Sharia, or we will not refer to the Quran. Someone who says things that go against Islam. It is sad how religion, how Islam is being used as a tool for these politicians. And it is sad when such Maulanas or Imam are being paid generously to come and propagate or endorse such un-Islamic rhetoric. If we have these two haram, kafir parties who are saying things against Islam, don't vote. Look for someone who endorses Islam or is the lesser of all evils that you think that would help Islam and the Muslims. Fitri from Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum, Chef.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I'm asking regarding my questions a couple weeks ago about dragging or doubling letters in Quran, Dhikr or Salah. Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so I apologize that I wasn't clear in my question back then. My confusion is about, for example, pronouncing words and phrases like Allahu Akbar, so the ha sound is doubled, and like Astaghfirullahalazim, the ha sound is also doubled, and Wassalam, the s sound is doubled. Like, what should we do if we pronounce them like this in Salah especially?
These are not doubled. These are called shadda. When you say assalamu alaikum, you have to say assalamu alaikum. You can't say salam alaikum, salam alaikum. This is not appropriate or accepted. And astaghfirullah or Allahu Akbar, you have to say Allahu Akbar. This is shadda, which indicates that there are two L's. You can't say Allahu Akbar, because this is not Allah's name. It's Allah's Allah. It's not Allah. So if it is not pronounced properly, the salat is invalid. Abdullah from France. Abdullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
question is last time the Imam was a young boy, maybe 13 or 14 years old, and he recited good, but he said Al-Lazina with a clear zay. So is it valid?
It is valid, inshallah, if it was a simple mistake, and it is اللحن الجلي الذي لا يغير المعنى. It does not change the meaning. So hopefully this is fine as a mistake. You give him advice and he will improve, inshallah. Faiz from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, Dhuhr prayer begins while I am at school, and by the time I return home, the preferred time has passed. Is it permissible for me to pray Dhuhr after reaching home every day?
What do you do? I don't understand the beginning of the question. When do you leave school?
I leave school when the Dhuhr prayer is completed, and it is not preferable time to read Dhuhr prayer.
Why? What time do you leave?
2 o'clock.
No, no. You have to pray exactly when the time of Dhuhr is. You have to pray from 12:30, for example, until 3:30, which is Asr time. You have 2 or 3 hours. You can choose any time to pray in. You cannot delay the Dhuhr and pray it after the Asr begins once you reach home, when you have no legitimate reason to delay it as such and combine it to Asr. This is totally not permissible. Umair from the UK. Azam from India. And we have Mustafa from Sweden.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I have a question for you. Can a traveler who travels to a place, like he travels to a city where he wants to commit sin, can he shorten and combine his prayer or break his fast or wipe his socks?
This is an issue of dispute among scholars. Some scholars say that this concession of shortening and combining for a traveler is when his traveling is halal and there is no sin committed in such a travel, meaning that the purpose of travel is halal originally. And other scholars say that these are two different things. Allah gave this concession for the purpose of traveling, to ease our life, regardless of the purpose of our travel. So you are sinful for the sins you're traveling for, but this has nothing to do with the concession of praying, shortening of prayers and combining, and this is the most authentic opinion, and Allah knows best. Farhan from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, if in my exam papers the teacher mistakenly gives me marks on questions I got wrong, am I sinful if I don't inform the teacher about it and keep the marks?
Who gave you these marks? Farhan.
Sheikh, the teacher who's marking my exam papers.
No problem. If something came to you without bribing, without any sin or cheating, somebody gave me a gift like that, why would I go out of my way? No, you have to fail me. I failed the exam. I did not answer the question. Well, it's a gift given to you.